This video is about classification of carbon, hydrogen, like this. In this molecule, all these terminal carbons which are connected to only one carbon are called primary carbon. Any hydrogen attached to primary carbon is also called primary hydrogen. They are represented by as 1 degree. Now see, these two carbon atoms, these are connected to another two carbon atoms on both sides. So they are called secondary carbon. They are represented as 2 degree. Any hydrogen attached to secondary carbon is called secondary hydrogen. A carbon which is connected to 3 carbon is called tertiary carbon, represented as 3 degree. And hydrogen attached to tertiary carbon is called tertiary hydrogen. A carbon which is similarly attached to 4 carbon is called quaternary carbon, represented as 4 degree. There is no quaternary hydrogen because the carbon which is connected to 4 carbon cannot form other bonds. Now if you see naming a side state chain saturated is called alkyl, where alk is the word root of the side group that depends on number of carbon. Now if you see this molecule, in this molecule there are 2 carbon in the side chain, so therefore ethyl. In this molecule there are 3 carbon in the side chain, word root is propyl. If you consider this molecule, there are 4 carbon in the side chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is butyl. Now if we want to name a complex side group is that which is further attached to some other groups. They are written as prefixes of side chain. If same group occurs more than once, di, tri, etc. are used. If you want to locate the position of side groups of the side group, numbering of side chain is always started from the carbon attached to principal chain. The name of complex group is always written in parentheses. If we consider this molecule, there are 3 carbon in the side chain, a chlorine attached to it. The numbering will be done in this way, 1, 2, 3. This is propyl because of 3 carbon in the side chain. Chloro is attached to first position, so the name will become 1-chloropropyl. If we see this side group, it contains 2 chlorine attached, 1, 2, 3 carbon in the side chain. So propyl, position of chloro is first and second, so it is 1,2-dichloropropyl. If several such groups are attached, they are written in alphabetical order. See this side group, 2 chlorine groups, 1 bromo group attached, 1, 2, 3. This is the side chain. Propyl group. Chloro is written first. It is attached to first and second carbon. Bromo is attached to second carbon again. So alphabetically chloro will be written first. Bromo will be written first, sorry. It is 2 bromo, 1,2-dichloropropyl. These are 3 methyl groups attached to the side chain. Side chain contains 3 carbons, propyl. The position of methyl groups attached is first, second and second. So it will be 1,2,2 trimethyl propyl. Now if we see this molecule, in this molecule side group contains 1, 2, 3 carbon. There is a chloro group attached to the first position and double bond, or you can say ene, at the second position, second carbon. So it will be 1 chloroprop 2 ene-yl. Ene because of unsaturation in the side chain. If we see this group, in this molecule, this is the side group. Chloro group is attached. 1, 2, 3. This is how the side group will be numbered. 3 carbon. Chloro group at first position and unsaturation ion at second carbon. So the name will become 1 chloroprop 2 ienyl. Last E of ion is deleted. Now if we see common names of some alkanes, they are, if alkane is straight chain, no branching, it is called N-alkane. For example, this is N-butane, this is N-pentane, 5 carbon in the straight chain. Only 6 carbon in straight chain, it will be called N-hexane. Any alkane which has one methyl group except terminal carbon of the principal chain is called isoalkane. In such cases, the word root alk is not derived from the number of carbon in the principal chain, but it is derived from the total number of carbon in the compound, in the alkane. See this molecule. There is methyl group at the subterminal carbon. The total number of carbon in the compound is 4, so it will be called isobutane. If we do the numbering of the principal chain, it will be 1, 2, 3. Methyl group is attached at the second position, so IUPAC name will be 2-methyl propane. This is IUPAC name. Now see another molecule. This is methyl group attached at the subterminal carbon. The total number of carbons are 5. So isopentane. But if we do the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, it will be 2-methyl butane, that is IUPAC name. Let us see this molecule. If any alkane has 2 methyl groups at the subterminal carbon of principal chain, it is called neoalkane. In such cases, word root again alk is not derived from the number of carbon in the principal chain, but from the total number of carbon in the compound. See this molecule. In this there are 2 methyl groups attached to the subterminal carbon. So neo, total number of carbon are 5, so it will be called neopentane. This is common name. If we write IUPAC name, it will be, the position of methyl is 1, 2, 3. It is 2,2-dimethyl propane. See this molecule. Again, there are 2 methyl groups at the subterminal carbon. So neo. Total number of carbon in this molecule is 6. So neohexane is the common name. If we do numbering from the right side, the position of the methyl groups will be 2. So it will be 2,2-dimethyl butane is the IUPAC name. Now if we see common names of alkyl groups, the common names of alkyl groups are derived from the common names of alkane. So some common names you must remember. Now see, this is a methyl group attached to first position of the ethyl group. So the name of this will be 1-methyl ethyl. But in totality there are 3 carbons. A methyl group attached at the subterminal carbon. So commonly this group is called isopropyl, as we have seen. Iso word is used when methyl group is attached at subterminal carbon. So isopropyl is the common name. And this can be used while writing IUPAC name, although writing systematic name is preferred and recommended. See another group. This is 1, 2, 3. A methyl group is attached at the first position. So the group will become 1-methyl propyl. Now if we see, the group in totality has 4 carbon, and methyl group is present. The carbon of this group, which is attached to the main chain, is secondary carbon. So it is called secondary butyl or sec-butyl. This is common name, while 1-methyl propyl was the IUPAC name of this side group. Now if we see another group, this is the side chain. Numbering is in this way: 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon, so should be propyl, but second position is occupied by methyl group, so it will become 2-methyl propyl. There are 4 carbon in totality in the side group as a whole. Methyl group attached to subterminal carbon of the side group, so it will be called isobutyl. Now 2-methyl propyl is IUPAC name of this side group. Isobutyl is the common name. Any alkane having all carbons connected to form a straight chain only is called an alkane, and such side groups will be called an alkyl, for example N-butyl. But if a subterminal carbon is attached, it is called isobutyl. Similarly, if secondary carbon of alkyl group is attached to the main chain, it is called secondary alkyl, like secondary butyl. If a tertiary carbon of the side group is attached to the main chain, it is called tertiary alkyl, 3-degree tertiary butyl, like for example in this way. Any alkane having all carbon atoms connected to form a straight chain only is called an alkane. So the group will be an pentyl in this way. This is isopentyl. Methyl group is at the subterminal carbon. This will become neopentyl because there are 2 methyl groups at the subterminal carbon.